My name's Christopher Anthony. I've been in Chrome for 9 months. My childhood was pretty violent. Just being in a household with a struggling mother and a stepdad that was very violent. I went to jail the first time for, or I went to prison the first time for manufacturing meth. Soon after that, I caught another prison sentence. I've been to prison 4 times since then, and so then this last time of going to prison, it was like I remember just looking at my life and I was like, wow, I'm like 40 years old and I haven't done anything with myself. I've lost everything that I've got, or like everything I've ever accomplished, or anything that I've ever had, whatever it was, like I've lost it. Like, what am I gonna do? And I didn't have the answer to that. I had given up on myself. And then, like I say, like at the last part of my sentence, I'm fixing to max out. I'm fixing to walk out of prison, and they're like, "Nope, you gotta go to Florida." And then Chrome. When I got to Chrome and I felt God's presence in my life, the first thing that I got was peace and joy. And I'm not talking about happiness. I'm talking about like the residual, resounding, never-ending peace and joy that comes only from God and the Holy Spirit, and guarding that and like using that peace and joy, and knowing that I've maintained having that through like not grieving the Holy Spirit. Um, that I mean, just it just my walk so much. I'm strengthened by it, and I never even knew it existed. The classes are probably the best part of my walk here. And most important, I would say that the classes gave me a firm foundation to stand on as far as like my belief system and where my walk's at. The classes is what initiated that. The clear communication about the Bible and the teaching of the Bible, I would say was the most important part of my walk. Was the classes. Since I've been here, one of the most important things that I've learned is I can actually use my situation and the healing that came from it to go and help heal one person. I mean, if you help heal one person that you can touch, you know what I'm saying? That's a big thing. And it ain't got to be pretty, and it ain't got to be legalistic. It don't got to be perfect. Uh, you just got to be available and be willing to do it. I definitely burnt bridges along my path of destruction, and there's been reconciliation between me and my aunt. But also, I mean, I never forgave my dad. But up until I got here, like I always had this unforgiveness for him. And since I've been here, it's just I was able to call him and forgive him and ask him to forgive me for holding a grudge against him for so long. My plans for the future um, is to just really acclimate God's presence into my life and to just take His presence with me wherever I go. I try not to worry too much about the future. And to anybody that is watching this video that's in need of recovery or healing, don't have it in your mind that things have to be done perfectly, or that just it's better not to even just paint this big picture of what you think it would look like, because it ain't got to be legalistic. And when Jesus came here, he was called unorthodox, and they said he hung out with sinners. They didn't accept him. So just, I mean, the only comfort you really need to seek is from God and a personal relationship. That's what matters.